It has been a pretty mellow winter so far, according to hydrologists. Good news, we've seen some snow today, which is desperately needed, yes. But hydrologists say we haven't seen a substantial amount of snowfall since January 8th, which would be a significant dry spell, something we became familiar with last year. And the unfortunate trend of this is continuing. But two drought years in a row typically doesn't have a positive impact, meaning water shortages could be coming to a region near you and soon. Here's Katya Stepovic.
January, we thought was going to be a really good water year. Snowpack was well above normal across all of southwest Idaho. But this long extended dry period is really taking its toll on those expectations.
Troy Lindquist, service hydrologist for the National Weather Service in Boise, says the water year, which started October 1st, was off to a good start. But after the beginning of January, the snowpack level took a turn for the worst.
Last year, early spring, we thought we were in pretty good shape, and we had some record dryness followed by record summer heat last year. That really, intensified drought across the region. And then things started improving last fall and early this winter, but now we're kind of swinging back towards increasing drought across the region.
David Hokema is a hydrologist with the Idaho Department of Water Resources. As he looks at the snowpack measurement from this year, he worries that this drought year could set a record.
We're much lower than we were last year. That year came off pretty rough. I mean, we're right in line with 1992, which was one of the worst drought years in the state.
Hokema says we still have time and a chance to accumulate more snowpack, which could potentially mean more water for our reservoirs. But it's crucial that this March is a moist one, because if not...
After that, the only route to really see drought recovery would be to have a really wet spring and unusually cool summer, which that's probably not likely.
So what's at stake?
Possibly more wildfires if we have very hot and dry conditions. People are going to have to think about potential water shortages for irrigators and water users across southern Idaho and just make plans for that.
Yeah, and I want to show our viewers a look at Idaho's current drought conditions. Take a look at our monitor right here. You can see it's not very daunting to look at as a whole, but southern Idaho is in that kind of darker orange color. That is severe drought, and then we go a little bit north. We see some moderate drought, abnormally dry, and then we go back into that severe drought, even this part of Idaho bordering Oregon in extreme drought. And the worry is we have highest peak of snowpack April 1st, so we only really have a month to get there, and if this March doesn't bring a lot of rain and or snow, we could be seeing a whole lot more red on this monitor.
It is amazing. I was marveling at what he said in that story that you brought, Katya, because yes, we still have a little bit of time left, but to be in a situation where we already are worse than last year when some places were shutting irrigation off in June is crazy.
Yeah, and we had that water carryover from 2 years ago to get us through last year, but now we're starting with virtually nothing or very little, so it's even worse in a second drought year in a row.
That's too bad. All right, thank you very much.